State. Palestine. 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 Free Gaza now. Free Gaza now. Free Gaza now.
Can you tell me what brought you here today?
Sorry?
Can you tell me what brought you here today?
My concern for the Palestinians. Show solidarity and let hopefully a lot more Londoners know what's going on and how unacceptable it is.
Do you think the British government is doing what they can to help the situation?
No, nowhere near enough. Nowhere near enough. They're going through the motions. That's part of the disgrace. That's what we have to try and change.
Do you think Israel will prevail in this war?
In the short term, militarily, yes, perhaps. In the long term, no. No, Israel's not going to last. I'm confident of that. Israel will not last. It's the beginning of the end.
What do you think of the Arab governments, and especially the Egyptian governments?
Spineless. Spineless. Shows how undemocratic and how they don't represent the mass of the people who live in those countries.
What is your message to the Palestinian people in Gaza, inside Gaza? They'll be watching this video, I promise.
We're with the Palestinians, we're with them in Gaza, and we feel for them. We feel their pain, and we hope they can endure.
Thank you very much. Hi there, I want to know sort of why are you here today in this picket?
I'm just here today for half an hour to express solidarity with people in Gaza. I think what's going on there is absolutely appalling, and I feel frustrated. There's nothing I can do except stand here and come to demonstrations. I've written to the newspapers, I've written to the Foreign Secretary, I've written to my MP, but there's not much else to do really except stand here and protest. Israel is stirring up so much trouble for itself as well as for Gaza. I mean, the amount of hatred now in the Middle East must be even more than it was before. And how the Israelis think they can stimulate all this and then have a peaceful future, I have no idea. They really should be negotiating, talking, working out a Palestinian state, and then they live in security and peace.
Do you think in Western media is the truth reflected in what we see, in what we read, in what we watch?
No, I don't think so at all. They're interested in giving balance, which implies that there's two sides to this conflict, when in reality there's only one.
But occupation is never mentioned, it's hardly mentioned.
The occupation is never mentioned. You would think that Hamas was a load of terrorists who enjoyed throwing rockets at Israelis. Actually, there's a terrible occupation. I was in the West Bank in November for 2 weeks.
Oh, were you?
And I watched it getting worse day by day, just while I was there. So I know the occupation is the real problem. And until that's solved, there won't be any peace.
Why do you think the international community is so inactive? It's not doing anything to help the Palestinians.
Well, they're happy to send lots of, happy to try and send lots of medical supplies. They're happy to build schools and hospitals, which are then destroyed. I don't know why they don't take a stronger line. Israel has some sort of hold over the imagination and the imagination of politicians here, and it's the same in the UK as it is in the US, I'm afraid.
Do you think the United Nations is still useful to solve the issue?
Well, it has to be the organisation that solves things, really. But until Obama gets in, there's absolutely no hope that it'll make any difference at all. And even then, there may not be very much hope either.
Do you think Obama will have like some sort of solution to the conflict?
He has the reputation for being able to find common ground between people who appear to be opposed to each other. And that's the only straw I'm clinging to at the moment. I'm sorry I'm giving a negative view, but I feel somewhat negative. But there's lots of people in this country who are being positive and
you're absolutely free to express yourself. What is your finally? What is your message to the Palestinian people who are resisting the occupation inside Gaza, who will be watching this video?
Well, I think they just have to stand firm as best they can, and hopefully peace will come, and there will be a solution. And we're doing what we can to encourage that.
Thanks very much.
So thanks very much for the possibility of talking, and all the very best.
Fantastic. Can you give us the V sign for the Palestinians? Brilliant. Thank you. Can I just ask you, why are you here today?
I have been boycotting Israel for 50 years. I'm 64. And I went to a North London Jewish school, and they asked us to plant orange trees for Israel. And I said, I'm sorry, but what about the 700,000 Palestinians? What about the 700,000 Palestinians who now have nowhere to live, no orange trees? I want to give my money to them. I had a very hard time at school. Ever since then I've been politicised, and ever since then I've never been to Israel. Ever since then I've avoided Israeli people, and ever since then I've boycotted their food.
Do you think the Western media are reflecting the reality, what is happening on the ground?
No, not at all.
Are they reporting the truth?
No, not at all. They never have. I've watched it carefully. I think they're racist, they're biased, they're very pro-Israeli, and you will never get the truth from the English press. You might get it from Robert Fisk in The Independent. One or two people.
Robert Fisk, yes.
Robert Fisk, Press TV, whatever. But we find our own sources of information from Palestinian friends and from the internet now, which is powerful, very powerful, and from Facebook.
What do you think the British government should be doing right now?
They should take their ambassador away. They should boycott. They should do a boycott. They should do what the Greeks did today. Stopped an Israeli ship from pulling into port in Greece because it was carrying weapons. Everybody should be doing this, and it's spreading. It's spreading. There's a big company here not doing any business with an internet company in Israel. And they said, why are you so principled? He said, no, I just don't want to lose my customers. He's frightened, and lots of companies are frightened, and they're pulling out of Israel. So bit by bit.
Do you think everyone should boycott the Israeli products?
Yes, they should, absolutely. Anything that begins 7.29 is Israeli. Also be careful of West Bank. They're using slave Palestinian
The 729 is the barcode for the Israeli products. And what do you think of Hugo Chavez? Hugo Chavez, the Venezuelan president.
Fantastic.
The president.
Yeah.
He actually expelled the Israeli ambassador.
I know, why isn't everyone else doing it? Bit by bit.
What about the Arab governments?
Well, we know that's big.
And the Egyptian especially.
They're very weak. They're in with Israel. They're very weak. All the Arab governments are very weak. Lebanon and Syria. That's all.
What is your message to the Palestinians?
Palestinians, don't give up hope. We're here fighting for you, and we will come and rebuild Gaza.
Thank you very much.